about paying school fees for a girl that is not your wife, but you have in mind maybe peradventure when he finish school, you will marry her. And this girl finished school now. Maybe she didn't marry you or she was not interested in marrying you. And somebody asked me, what is my intake in it? Is it good to pay school fees for girls? So I don't know. I would like to know what is your option in this topic. But for me today, what I would say is that instead of you pay school fees for a girl you did not marry her and then pay her school fees. Because when you finish paying that school fees, she might feel that you are not the kind of class she wants. And marriage is not for, you don't marry for pity. Say, okay, let me just pity him and marry him. So once you upgrade the girl, did you upgrade yourself? Is the parents of the girl aware of you? Are you having sex with her? That is my own problem. That's where I'm having issue. Once you're having sex with her, you've collected your palm of flesh. So you just don't corner somebody's child and be paying the school fees. Then at the same time, you're sleeping with her. And when she refused, when she has graduated, she now felt that you are not up to standard and you became angry. You have your sisters there. You have your relatives there. You didn't train them. And maybe even your mother, you're not giving enough money for fooding. But you are busy training another person's child, having in mind that you will marry her. When she's exposed in the school, she will know what it takes to be married. And she might come up that you are not the kind of thing she wants. It's the same thing with men. I have seen women that started from scratch with men, and the women help the men to grow up, or the woman help the man to grow up and become. The moment he becomes, if the woman is not stepping up, as the man is growing, we are not stepping up. We are just behind. We are not growing in proportion to him. He will wake up and tell you that you are a mistake. Let me tell you one thing you understand. If somebody is growing, your partner is growing, and you are not growing, at a time, you will begin to irritate him or begin to irritate her. The woman might have invested in the man so much or helped him to grow, but once you're not growing in proportion with that person, unless the person is a Christian, she might just be there and be maybe enduring the relationship. Because according to Christianity, it's for better, for worse. And there is something that for eternity, until death do you part. So when it's like that, you begin to pay school fees for a girl you've not married, having in mind to marry her. And maybe you didn't inform the parents, it's just girl and boy issue. And if she wakes up tomorrow and decided not to marry you, I don't know what you say about it, but all I have to say is that it's bullshit. Because now, she's now exposed. And she has known what it takes to be compatible. And she's seeing now that both of you are not compatible. She begins to say no to the yes she has said before. It's still the same thing with men. if you're equipping your husband, pushing him forward, and you're not stepping up. I've seen so many men, their wife help them to become. At the end, what they want is that one second wife. They want to marry the wife now they will use to start going for occasion. Maybe their present wife is no longer fit for occasion because his status has changed. So knowledge is power. When you equip the woman or the girl to know what it takes, she is exposed. She has mingled with people. It takes grace of God. It takes self-discipline. Unless, as she's growing, both of you are growing together. But if you are left behind or you never went to school, and then you send her to high institution, by the time she comes back, you will be irritating her. So when she begins to decline, that she doesn't want that yes, she said now, she's now saying no to it. I hope you wouldn't blame her. So the best bet is for you to train your family, train your siblings, train people's within you, your family members, train them. Train yourself. Help your mother. These people will be there for you when things become tough. When you train with a girl in higher institution, she will go there. Have you been to university? She will see varieties of men. Your name will become sorry. So, as people are asking me this question, they ask me, Uchenna, like training a girl in high institution, what is your intake in it? I ask them, you don't have siblings to train? I've been in a school where a guy brought provisions, assorted provisions for the girlfriend, but never gave her own sister a dime. So you're going to shake well if you're servicing your urge. Because most of the time, men train their girlfriend so that they will be able to have good and enough sex in abundance. So if the moment you're sleeping with her, you've taken your palm of flesh. Yes, because that's the same sex she services you with. Some men will build a mansion for sleeping with a woman. So you paid according to your ability. Yes, you paid according to your ability. You trained her in school. That's the same thing you did. Some men will do it and build mansion for her. So the moment you're having sex with her and you're training her in school, you've collected your palm of flesh. Unless you're not sleeping with her. But if you're sleeping with her and you come up to tell us, I trained her in school, I did for her. You want her to live all her life miserable. Now she has known what it takes to be compatible. And she look around. Both of you are not compatible. So she might decline to that request. So as we are discussing this, I want to hear your intake on this. Training girls in school. A girl that is not your wife, hoping to marry her, and she declines after paying her fees in high institution. Let me know what is your intake in it. But for me, it is not wise to train somebody you've not married. If you want to marry her first, then train her. Not, it's possible. I have seen whereby a man was training somebody in school, And the girl was still in the school. The man cheated her and got married to another person. So it's still vice versa. The issue is not training her. What of after training her and she comes out and you jigged her? So, and women have a short window, a short time for reproduction. So I think the best bet, if you don't want to cut corners, is to marry her first, then train her in school. As you're training her in school, make sure you train yourself too. Because if you don't train yourself and you train her, at a time in life, you will be irritating her. So let me know your own intake in this issue. Thank you.